PWP Nation, where wrestling discussion lives.
Well, hello there. Dukes, Keith, and Griff here from the Anything But Credible podcast, a.k.a. the ABC Pod. Fellas?
Holla.
Oh, hello.
We're here to let you know that you could be possibly missing out on the best podcast ever created, aside from the Offended podcast, of course, and you don't want to be missing that. Now, what makes us the best? Griff? Yeah, great. Keith? Exactly. Look, I'll keep it really simple for you. Crazy people, crazy news, crazy theories, crazy uncredible. That's right. We made that word up. Griff, Keith, say something crazy for me.
Russia wants you to believe in Finland.
Real.
Nice. Look, you can find us just about anywhere that you get your podcast, especially Apple Podcasts. Also, don't forget to hit us up on Facebook at ABC Pod. That's ABC POD. Twitter at _ABC Pod. And Instagram at ABC Podcast. Check in with us for a new episode every Monday and join the conspiracy to commit stupid. We will see you then, and shout out to the Offended Podcast.
Adios.
Later, guys. Like you more than a friend.
What's up, everybody? Kyle Fauché here to tell you about my brand new podcast, the Going Off Topic podcast, brought to you by the Anything But Credible Network. On Going Off Topic, I look at all forms of media, from different real and theoretical angles that you don't usually hear about. From movies, to TV, to music, to sports, to gaming, to anything really. You never know what the topic will be, but you're guaranteed a new angle and a different conversation about it, that's for sure. You can find Going Off Topic anywhere and everywhere that you get your podcasts. Check out our social media feeds on Facebook, Going Off Topic with Kyle Fauché, on Twitter, going_off_topic, and don't forget about anythingbutcredible.com, where you can find everything for the pod, including the written blog post. That's right, we're carrying over the Going Off Topic blog to anythingbutcredible.com too. So check it all out there, and I'll catch you on the next topic.
And fucked up. What? All right,
You just had a Kevin Owens moment there.
I did. And welcome to the weekly wrestling wrap-up by Offended, presented by PWP Nation. It's your boys, the Tricky and the Stoutsy.
What's up, you fucking marks?
What is up? The wrap-up is here. WrestleMania week is over. I kind of got a little break from wrestling for a little bit, and it was nice.
Yeah, it was.
And then the shakeup kind of got me back into it. And 205 Live was awesome. So, then while we were recording our Hockey Talks, which is out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, just by searching Offended, I was watching the Worlds Collide little special that they did.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude.
Pretty good?
It's good, but you have to watch the Dijakovic versus Dominic Dijakovic versus Luke Harper match. Holy shit.
Incredible.
I mean, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, what a match. I'm blown away by how good that match was.
I don't know if I want to watch it now that Luke Harper has decided to leave WWE.
Do you blame him?
No, I don't. I don't at all.
I mean, the amount of wrestlers that are requesting their release in the past few months, I think, is a fucking tell.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a wrap-up. I don't know if you got it prepared, because I just remembered you got your 3 matches of the week.
No, I don't.
Neither do I.
No, I don't.
I just remembered when I was talking about that match.
Honestly, man, I don't know if I had any, favorite. I mean, I guess a couple, but nothing.
Oh, yeah, because we decided that after Mania month that we were going to do matches of the week in terms of, the matches from this past week. Right? Is that what we decided on? I don't even remember. I'm so excited. I'm in hockey mode right now, so.
Yeah, I can tell you my top 3 hockey games of the week.
Yeah, no shit. Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I can't even remember matches right now.
I got three.
Go ahead, get them out. I'll just have to take an L this week of being a shitty co-host.
Well, when was the 14th last week, I guess? Or was that this past week?
The 14th?
Yeah, it's 3 days ago. Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Right?
Bloody Sunday. Yep.
So that's when that World Collides tournament, or not tournament, that's when the World Collide special came out, so I guess I'm counting that as the week. So
Okay.
My number one match of the week is Dominik Dijakovic versus Luke Harper, which is a phenomenal match. That's a match of the year candidate, in my opinion.
Wow.
That's that good. And Dominik Dijakovic is going to be a fucking star, dude.
Who is he?
He's the guy that he's rivaling with Keith Lee right now in NXT, and like he's like a big Croatian guy.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
He's fucking awesome. If nobody's ever seen his matches from like PWG, especially against Keith Lee, man, they put on some fucking great matches. And this guy, for how big he is and how tall he is, he moves around like a fucking cruiserweight and does flips and stuff. Like, he's acrobatic. It's unreal. I don't get how he can move his body the way he does.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I forgot to watch when Worlds Collide. So I'll have to check that out.
He's built like a heavyweight who, I'm trying to think, like who I would say like he's built like, because he's like 6 foot like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Damn.
But his body is kind of like a Triple H, like in terms of like being cut and like stuff.
Jesus.
And he like flips around.
That's impressive.
Dude, it's insane. It's fucking insane. So that's my number one match of the week. 2 and 3, I have to give to fucking Finn Balor versus Andrade and Finn Balor versus Ali.
Yeah, I was gonna pick. I was definitely gonna say I was gonna pick one at least. The Finn Balor Ali match was one of my favorites this week.
That match was incredible.
Yeah, it really was, man. And even in the Andrade match, you're right. That was obviously both extremely talented and maybe a little teasers.
Yep. And shout out to the tag team match on Raw. The 8-man tag match was good too.
That was good. Really good. It's quite the experience. You see what I did there?
Right. Well, those are my matches of the week. Jin takes the L. I guess let's get into fucking Raw.
Started off hot.
Dude, I love the Montreal crowd, man. I wish.
God! I want to be a Canadian.
I wish that they could just film Raw and SmackDown in Montreal, Brooklyn, Chicago, LA, and St. Louis. I only say St. Louis because I want to go to the shows.
Right? Yeah, man. That Montreal crowd.
Dude, they're always loud. Montreal is fucking crazy.
They are.
It's like they haven't left the Attitude Era. Like they never have left the Attitude Era.
No, they haven't.
Do you remember? Back in like 2002, they went to Montreal, and it was like Hogan's like return to Montreal. It's his first time Hogan's been in Montreal. Like, it's when he just went back to the red and yellow, and and he couldn't speak. He was trying to cut a promo, and the crowd was just chanting for Hogan the whole time. That like,
it
was like 10 minutes of them just being like, they wouldn't let him speak. It was awesome.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Fucking fast forward to 2005, so I'm looking at my pizza box that's hanging up. I got a little SummerSlam pizza box hanging up right now. Hogan versus Michaels on it. The fucking Shawn Michaels promo in Montreal in 2005 when he turned heel. It might be one of my favorite promos of all time, just for how much he pissed off that crowd.
I don't remember that one.
You don't, when they played Bret Hart's music and he never came out and he's like, got your hopes up just a little bit.
Yeah. Now I do.
Oh, Canada, how I hate this place.
Man, that was 05?
Yeah.
Damn.
I kicked Hulk Hogan right in the face.
Oh, God. Heel Sean.
It's the best.
Yeah, man, that crowd was just... Love it, man. I love it. That's what every crowd needs to be like. Just fucking be active.
Yeah.
Makes your experience better and fucking us watching and the wrestlers.
Dude, it honestly, if a hot crowd can legit like make a wrestling show, like
yeah, we've seen some shows where maybe the wrestling wasn't like the greatest, but the crowd, or maybe it wasn't a match we really cared about too much, but the crowd got you invested. And we've also seen the opposite, where we've had incredible matches and the crowd's just like on their hands, sitting on their hands,
like when all those NXT guys debuted.
Yeah.
And then it just went to Lafayette, Louisiana. I wouldn't have another television taping in Lafayette, Louisiana.
I wouldn't either.
At all.
Would not either. Nope. But
let's kick it off on Monday Night Raw. I have a list in front of me.
Okay.
I'm just going to read off the names who are now on the Raw roster, and then we'll go through Raw.
Okay.
So we got Cedric Alexander, Eric Young, Lacey Evans, EC3, Naomi, The Usos, Rey Mysterio, Andrade and Selena Vega, Ivar and Eric, The Viking Experience, Aleister Black, Ricochet, The Miz, and AJ Styles. The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Not a bad roster.
Not at all. I think Raw needed it. Raw needed a little bit spark. But in all honesty, man, SmackDown is stacked.
Yeah.
SmackDown is stacked. On SmackDown, we got Heavy Machinery, Mickie James, Apollo Crews, Chad Gable, Liv Morgan, Buddy fucking Murphy, baby.
Yeah.
Lars Sullivan, Kairi Sane, Ember Moon, Bayley, Elias, the Intercontinental Championship, and the champion Finn Balor, and the big dog Roman Reigns, which Roman needed that move badly.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we'll get to all the SmackDown stuff. Let's start with Raw. Let's see what kicked off the show. I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, we had Stephanie and Shane come out.
Oh yeah,
a little talk, and then Miz comes out. Comes out from I believe the crowd, attacks Shane.
Where did Miz get cut open?
I don't know. Probably Shane just fucking punching him. Shane doesn't. I don't think Shane knows how to throw a working punch very well.
No, but he
manages to fuck somebody up every time. Yeah, he does. But I don't know. But it was cool. I liked it. Kicking off with a little accidental blood, but you know,
dude, Miz looked awesome.
He did, dude. The crowd fucking loved it. Yeah, man. He's I'm loving this face run he's having.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
Fucking the crowd, that pop he got, man.
Oh yeah, huge.
It was a huge pop. That might be the loudest pop I've ever heard from Miz.
Yeah, you know what's so good about Miz too is he's been like back and forth on brands. Doesn't matter what brand he's on, he somehow makes an impact.
Yeah, totally. I thought it was funny because like last year's Superstar Shakeup, the same wrestlers that switched again last year. It was all the same wrestlers.
Yeah, it was.
This year, when the Miz switched, I'm like, fuck, it's going to be the fucking same wrestlers again. It wasn't. Yeah. I think Miz might be the only one, I think, that switched. Like, that already had switched.
Yeah, I think so.
Looking at the roster right now, they're the people that switched. I think Miz is the only person that, like... And I think Chad Gable and Miz, I think, are the only two that switched. And Liv Morgan, because she was part of Riot Squad.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So those are the three that... yeah. But, man, Miz was fucking dope.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next thing. The thing that made me almost turn off Raw, and you texted me. I legit almost gave up on Raw right there. I legit almost had the same feeling. Like, I was like, what in the fuck? Like...
I was so caught off guard that I legit thought it was like a team in NXT, I mean, which they are, that I like just completely overlooked or something. I was like, well, that looks like War Machine. I was like, oh, wait, who? And then I was like, wait a minute. It is fucking them.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So the music goes off, and I'm like, holy shit, it's the War Raiders. Like, holy fuck.
The War Raiders, yeah.
And they had the camera, like, zoomed out, like, on the audience when, like, the music went off. And on, like, the Jumbotron, not the Titantron, on the Jumbotron, it said the Viking Experience. And at first, when I glanced at it I thought it said Villain Enterprises. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
I thought it said Villain something too, and I was like, what in the fuck?
I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I was like, is that a typo or something? And then I, like, as it zoomed in, it said the Viking. I realized it said the Viking Experience. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that just a new nickname? And then when they came out and they said the Viking Experience, my jaw dropped. Like, not in a good way either. It was a, are you fucking kidding me? Jaw drop. And then they changed their fucking individual names from Hanson and Rowe, which are fucking cool names to begin with. Mm-hmm. And they're one names too. Like, they're not like, that's why Vince probably changed them. He's like, I can't fucking take a name away. Well, fuck it. Gonna change the name anyways.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Ivar and Eric.
Just stupid.
Eric.
And Eric.
Ivar and Eric. It reminds me every time I see him now, I'm just going to think of fucking SNL. Hey, I'm Eric.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm Eric.
So is the name change really because it has war in it?
Is that what... I haven't, like, read into, like, the reasoning behind that.
That's what I saw some people saying on Twitter, like some of like the, I guess, so-called popular checkmarked people on Twitter that, they can't be on the USA, can't be saying war or something like that. I'm like, that makes no sense. That I don't buy that one bit.
I don't buy it either.
I really don't buy that one
it's
bit.
Bullshit. How many Shield promos have they said we're going to war or something like that?
Yeah, I don't buy it one bit. Or even the announcers are like, "This is a war out here" or something like that. I don't buy that one bit. This is Vince.
I don't either.
Wanting to do something different, and it makes no sense. They've built up. And I know people are like, "It's just a name."
Did you see?
Yeah, but guess what? They built up that fucking name in NXT. That's what people want. They want that. They want the fucking chance of that. They don't want people fucking, Viking Experience.
Well, and like what I agree with what somebody else said. If like Vince didn't like the name War Raiders, if it's because the name War was in it, why not just call them the fucking Raiders then?
Yeah.
Unless that was copyrighted by the NFL, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's just like, good God. I mean, unless Vince thought it was too similar to the Road Warriors, which I guess I understand, but like you couldn't come up with a better name than the fucking Viking Experience?
It's just lazy.
It's lazy as fuck. I will say this though. If the Riot Squad is dead and they don't add Sarah Morgan to manage them and wrestle with them, that's a fucking huge fucking drop of the ball again.
Yeah.
Sarah Logan should be with them. In a heartbeat.
Yep.
And she's married to Roe, or Eric, I guess his name is now.
Now I gotta fucking figure out who's who again.
I think Ivar was Hanson. I think Hanson was the bigger one.
Yeah, and those, like you said, those names were awesome.
Hanson, yeah, those actually sound like Vikings.
Yeah, not fucking... If it was gonna be Eric, you'd have to call him like Eric von Lukenstein or something, like to be a Viking, not just Eric.
Did you like my tweet, by the way? I can't wait until Eric wrestles Rowan.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I don't know. And, I was looking on Mick Foley and, I think Road Dogg were like, well, do you think people would have liked, Mankind or something? Like, back, when people really would have thought Mankind got over it? I'm like...
It's different.
I look at it different because, he went from, Cactus Jack and whatever to, becoming Mankind.
Exactly.
It's a completely change of character.
Exactly. It wasn't the same gimmick.
Yeah, if it would have been Cactus Jack, they come out when you start calling him Mankind, but he's still going to be the Cactus Jack character. I'd be like, what?
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense. We were mad because it's they didn't even change up the gimmick. Not that I want them to, but we're going to change their name. I guess change up the gimmick or something. Not just it's just dumb and it's lazy.
And they still do the war chant war.
Yeah,
war. So it's what the hell? I don't know. I didn't get it. And it was kind of a bummer because it took away from how good of a match that was. It really did. The fans at that point, not saying in Montreal, because I think the fans in Montreal didn't catch it at first. It wasn't until afterwards that you saw when they said the winners of the match and they said the Viking Experience.
Yeah.
Go back and watch that. when they say the winners of the match, the Viking experience, look at the fans in the front row. They have the what the fuck look on their faces, and half of them are laughing. Like,
yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
yeah, I dude, honestly, like, I was like just on Twitter, like almost that whole match, just looking at all like the reactions, and kind of missed some of the what was a good match, because I was just like, it just turned me off so bad. I was just so mad.
Yep. And on top of that, maybe this is what Vince wanted. He's getting the publicity now, because I mean that's all. I mean, we're talking about it. It's all everybody else is talking about. You know, like, so maybe that's what it is, and that, fuck, if that's what they want, if they wanted that publicity, it's working, but at the same time, it's just like, god damn, man, just leave the names alone. Like Mustafa Ali, now he's just called Ali. Like, drop it.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Andrade Cien Almas, now it's just fucking Andrade.
And that's a fucking cool name, too.
Yeah.
And, like, what's so funny to me is that, like, he takes the name, drops the name on Andrade. He keeps the name that's, like, the hardest name to say, and doesn't keep, like, Almas or, like, Cien Almas. Like, the cool name. Like, what made his name cool was, like, the Cien Almas. Like,
right. And the thing is, they could have kept his name, and the announcers could have just, like, called him Andrade, by itself or something like that. Or everyone wants. It's almost like when you had Stone Cold Steve Austin, people would say, Stone Cold, or they'd even say Steve sometimes. Like,
hell,
Steve. Yeah, you could have kept.
I can't do it.
You could keep the whole fucking name. I don't know. It's
Booker
just
T is
annoying,
just
man.
Called T now.
Yeah.
God. I mean, it's just dumb. I mean, what's funny is all these people on Twitter, like all the names you saw of like people changing the name to like this experience, the Uso experience, like they were doing all this stuff. But one that cracks me up, they're like the Balor experience, this experience, the Jeff Jarrett lookalike experience, and then the last one was Velveteen Dream. And it's like the Dream experience, and they're like, "Fuck, that last one works." Like,
yeah, I know. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. Their in-ring stuff's fucking incredible. As two big guys, what they can do is incredible to me. I love it. So it'll be fine. It's just
annoying.
And it's late. It's more lazy than anything that pisses me off.
Yeah, it's just really
what else
annoying.
The Viking experience. Okay, well then, what's the experience? I don't know.
What scares me is for guys like Aleister Black and Cedric Alexander who are moving the Raw. Like, I can actually see like Aleister Black just being called Aleister, or fucking Cedric Alexander legit just being called Alexander.
Yeah,
like that shit.
And that makes me mad.
Buddy Murphy is probably just going to be called Murphy.
Yeah, or Buddy.
Oh God.
It makes me mad. It's like, if they changed Aleister Black's name, and this sounds weird, but like to me, like Aleister, okay, that's a cool name, but like that Black, like adds to his character of like how he's kind of like the dark. He's got that dark, like
he's ominous
facade to, exactly,
gothic.
Yeah. Perfect word, yeah. It's like Aleister Black. It's like, oh, okay. And it's like the same thing, like War Raiders. It's like, oh fuck yeah, like look at these fuckers, dude. Like, yeah, we're gonna have to go to war against these guys. That's what it was. Now it's like, what do we gotta do? Fucking the Viking experience. Should I fucking sail to Westeros or something? Jesus Christ.
That's what I don't get. Is this like, I don't understand. Like, it worked with Rusev and Cesaro, but I remember at the time it was kind of like, why did you change the names at the time? I remember we thought that, but with Rusev was like maybe the only one I was like, I kind of get that. Rusev just kind of hits like by itself.
Yeah, and same with Cesaro, because what was Cesaro? What was it?
Antonio Cesaro.
Yeah, that's a little too much. Cesaro's just fine. Rusev's just fine.
But now it's overboard. It's like everybody's getting a name change. It's like, you get a name change. You get a name change. It's like, just leave it alone. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
No way Triple H is happy about that.
I don't think he is. I mean, personally, in my opinion, I don't think that he would be. I think that it kind of devalues like his hard work that he's built up.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of?
They're still fucking NXT Tag Team Champions on top of it.
Yeah. Well, they didn't even come up with the belts.
Right. It's lazy. It's fucking lazy.
Like, what are you trying to do? This reminds me to to our hockey fans and listeners, I'm going to make this comparison of like when you have a guy in your system who has he's got a set of skills that he's used to get all the way here, and then you call him up, and then you completely just fucking like be like, hey, don't do that anymore. We're going to take that away from you. You're going to be. We want you to be something different. It's like, why would you take?
Oh, you
away
mean like
something?
Ivan Barbashev on the fourth line for the last few years, and then you finally put him with skilled players, and people are like, "Oh my god, he's a great hockey player." It's like, no shit. This is what we drafted him for.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're taking away what might just seem like a small part of a wrestler, but like that name can fucking mean something, and they've made a name of their name in NXT, and even before that, when they were with War Machine.
Yep.
You know, like that's why they are where they are, and then you just completely flip it, and not into anything good or beneficial. Like the backlash, whether they wanted they got the publicity, but like, is it good though?
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I guess people are going to tune in now because they're like, oh, we want to. Well, let's see what happens now. But like, people are going to tune in anyway for those guys.
Right. And
I don't know.
I agree with you, and like we talked about earlier on the match. Now, like the match was good. Like the match was great.
It was.
The Revival's finally acting like the Revival again. I don't know what took so long for them to be booked like how the Revival used to wrestle in NXT. That's like the cheap ways and like the false finishes and all this stuff. That's why the Revival were great in NXT because like they always pulled away with the win somehow.
Yep.
I was kind of hoping they go to SmackDown, but maybe we finally get that Usos Revival match that we haven't seen yet. So
yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't see Ryder and Hawkins hold on to those titles too much longer.
I don't either, but hopefully while they have them, they can make themselves a nice little name and maybe keep them around.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So anyway, moving on. I mean, Alice, do you have any thoughts on Aleister Black and Ricochet on Raw? I'm kind of scared for them a little bit.
I am too. I don't know. I think they'll be fine. I mean, do you think they should be broken up?
Yes, I think they should be singles wrestlers. Personally.
Before I was kind of like, no, I don't want them to, but now with like you got Styles over there, you got Roman away. I think there's a bigger opening now for them to kind of make themselves a name as single competitors. With we got Seth holding the title and stuff. So,
and I think we see one more move too to Raw.
Samoa Joe. Is that what
Yep.
you're gonna say? Yeah, I think Joe comes over, which I assume Braun would be staying now on Raw.
There's no way that you take away the mid-card title on Raw and have two mid-card titles on SmackDown when SmackDown's the shortest show. Like, makes no sense.
Yeah, that would make no sense at all. So I assume that happens, and if they don't go with the Braun Joe feud, I'll be kind of pissed because people saw that and were like, "Oh shit, that looks awesome." So, I'm okay with them if they were to stay together for a little bit longer, even or whatever. I don't know, to help out the tag division, build something. I don't know, but they probably will, and then break them up. So I think they'll be okay now as single wrestlers on Raw. Before Mania, I was like, no. If Brock doesn't drop the title, they're fucked.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Moving on, real quick. They played another weird vignette of yeah. And
what we can only assume is Bray Wyatt.
It's gotta be. And
it's gotta be Bray.
If the gimmick is him making fun of Bray Wyatt, in a way, it might work, and it might be even creepier than before. Because to me, this is what it seems like he's making fun of himself. It seems like the gimmick is him he's lost his mind even more. And
he's battling himself almost.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
He doesn't have Sister Abigail anymore or something like that, or whatever that story was. And he's lost his mind.
They're weird, and I feel like some people might think their kind of vignettes are stupid, but I kind of like it. It's like a little kind of horror movie inside WWE that I'm kind of intrigued in.
The new one that they played was fucking creepy.
With that doll?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
I just laugh every time I see the puppet.
I wanted to punch that thing in the mouth.
I laugh every time
it was
I see
creepy.
the puppet. Though the puppet, I'm just this looks bad. This looks really bad. Stop doing this.
It is. Maybe it's Mick Foley. Maybe
know.
Mr. Sacco.
The gobbledygooker's a zombie now. He's a White Walker.
Oh God. Oh Lord.
He's a White Walker and just takes over the WWE. Winter
Yeah.
is coming. Jon Snow, winter is coming.
Yeah, that little sock thing's. I'm with you. I kind of laugh at it now too, but I don't know. I'm hopefully they don't fucking like. I feel like they bring him back and then completely ignore all that stuff.
That dude, I was thinking that earlier today. I was like, I wonder if he comes back and then all those vignettes are just dropped, like nothing.
Yeah, like they're
mattered.
meaningless.
Yeah.
Which would just piss me off. Bruh,
He needs
Aaron-
like a little different like gimmick change. Like there needs to be something different when he comes back.
yeah, not much to, but just tweak it a little bit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Find something darker or maybe more humorous or something. And Aaron tweeted out something really important with Bray. When he comes back, he needs to win matches.
Yep.
Big matches.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to win big matches. Because every time he had something big going, they fucking didn't give him a W, and it really affected him.
The
that
dude
sucks.
is a former WWE champion.
He got one of the loudest pops when he won his championship.
Yeah. Honestly forget he's a WWE champion. That's his only singles title in WWE. Is the main title. Like,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
it is, and you forget about it. Just like they kind of made us forget about Dean being champion. Like Dean's a former WWE champion. Like,
Yeah.
anyway, moving on. Why am I drawing a blank? Was Andrade Balor after that?
I believe so.
Solid fucking match. And I like Andrade on Raw because I think it's going to give him a little more room because
So do I.
SmackDown's crowded right now, man. If there's a show that should be 3 hours, I wouldn't mind seeing it be SmackDown. I think it's probably going to happen when they move to Fox. I think it will be a
think so,
3 hour
too.
show
Same.
because they load it up. And I don't think they loaded up the roster for nothing.
I don't think so either.
So
I don't think so either. But the Andrade, I like him on Raw. I think him and Selena are really good. Having Selena as his mouthpiece is huge. I know his English isn't fantastic. She's a great manager.
Yep.
She's good at just playing that kind of conniving bitch role almost. So I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it too, and I like how they use her in matches. Like,
So do I. It's perfect.
it is because it makes you hate him that much more, and like you should because he's a heel. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like obviously it's cheap, but like she's able to like pull off like cool moves to where it's like it makes sense. Like it's not like she like slaps him in the face and it ruins the match. She'll like do a fucking Hurricane Rana and it's like, hey, that bump isn't fun to take probably. So yeah, I can see why that guy might be a little affected this match.
yep,
So yep, very cool. Like it a lot.
I like it a lot too. Moved on from that, we had the Elias segment where she got interrupted by Mysterio on Raw. I like that a lot too, and I also like it because now we have potential to see Mysterio Andrade 3.
Yeah, well, that was my first thought when he came out. I think I texted you. I was like, "Yep, finally might get to see the end of the Andrade feud."
I think we texted each other. I think you texted me like Mysterio better come over later in the show. Like,
Yeah,
he is fucking right after that. I
There
think
he
everybody.
is.
I think everybody was thinking that. Like, we better see Mysterio now. Like,
yeah, yep. And then we saw Mysterio get attacked by Lars.
yep. Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing with Lars every single time. He's basically he's the new legend killer.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
Yeah,
he just goes
sure.
up and beats up legends.
Yeah,
But Elias though, fucking getting that crowd heat, man. When he took that dig at the Canadians. I thought
What
we
a
were gonna
dick.
see fucking. I thought we were gonna see Seattle all over again
yeah, yeah. That could have been bad. That was good though, man.
because it almost was.
Yeah, they did not like that.
No, not at all. And it was. I love Elias, man. Like
Oh yeah,
they turned him face, and fucking Raw dropped the ball on him. And I think Elias can regain his popularity on SmackDown. And I think you could turn him face on SmackDown, and I think it would work on SmackDown because you could. I see Elias becoming Intercontinental Champion still. I still see it.
So do
happening
I.
This year.
So do I.
At some point, it has to happen. You can't keep doing the same spiel over and over. It's gonna get tiresome. Like,
Yeah,
luckily right now though, he's so good on the mic that you're interested to see what he rips on. Like, you're interested to see, like, what he says about the city, because it's funny. Like, because it's entertaining.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I'm expecting a feud probably with Balor on SmackDown. Or, maybe feud him with Roman right now. That's not a bad feud to start him out with on SmackDown.
No, not at all.
Like, fuck, you're getting fucking Roman on SmackDown. And, like, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Next up on Raw, we had Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus the Usos, even though USA Network spoiled it because fucking Kevin Dunn's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Flashed the fucking name of the team on flashed the name of the Usos before the Usos even came out and Bobby Roode and Gable are talking. Like, well, I guess here come the Usos. I looked at Kate, like, here come the Usos. She's like, how do you know? I'm like, they just flashed their name.
God.
It's like, what a fucking botch.
So bad.
It's like,
That's just terrible.
Good thing the crowd there couldn't see it. Like,
I know.
Like, they would have lost their shit. Like,
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, how do you fuck that up?
No. It's a good pop, though. A good pop and a good match.
Yeah. I'm excited that the Usos came over. I think we both kind of said it a couple weeks ago that I think they'll bring just some freshness to the tag division on Raw. I mean, they're good. I think in any feud they're in, they're good, and as a heel or face, people react to them. So I'm really glad they came to Raw. They had their cool Mania moment, had the awesome match with Jeff and Matt, and now hopefully they can help build up this tag division on Raw and make something happen.
I agree. Next up, dude, my favorite part of the show.
Probably the best part of the show.
Probably the best part of the show, and I think it might be my favorite thing of the week. This probably is my favorite moment of the week. Sami Zayn's promo was, I mean, he is on fire right now. Like, who did we say that we thought was going to win Money in the Bank? Because I might be changing it to Sami Zayn.
I think we might have said Kevin Owens, honestly.
I think Sami Zayn is going to win Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Could happen. It's very, very possible.
He's on fire right now. Like, legitimately on fire right now.
Yeah.
And that pop. Yeah. Holy shit. Dude,
that was awesome.
It was. I could watch Sami Zayn dance around for I could watch him dance around for 3 hours and just be entertained because he's so goofy.
Dude, like, start to finish, that was perfect.
Yeah, it was. It was fucking
because I texted
hilarious.
You and I said, I know we knew it was coming. He's going to try to turn the crowd, but that crowd still could have just been like, no, we're going to sing along with you, Sammy, and blah blah blah. I said, if he can fucking turn this crowd around, if he can get this crowd to turn on him, he is just fucking the man. And he did. It was perfect. They played his music over and over. He runs down the ramp like towards the ring dancing. I was fucking dying. I was like, this is the greatest.
Dude, when he first came out and or maybe it was the second time they played his music, and he ran over to the side of the stage and he was doing he was on his tippy toes, doing some dance. Yeah. I was dying laughing. And I think Corey Graves and I think Renee Young were like, he's on one tonight.
And then when he slimed out of the chair when they played it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you think God. Vince was play it again? Keep playing it. Do you think that may have been a test to see if he could actually get in the turn?
I think so because
Alexa seemed like she kept trying to talk and it kept playing over her and he was laughing every time it would get turned on.
She was laughing too. She was like, "Oh my God, they're playing it again."
Yeah, or they're just that good at their job and that was what was supposed to happen. But to me, it seemed like that wasn't supposed to happen, and they kept catching him off guard. And he's like, "All right, here we go again."
Yeah, because what did he? One of my favorite parts is when he goes, "Oh, you really want to see him get going?" And he starts the Olay chant.
Yeah.
That was so good.
It was good because he called it too. Man. He's like, what did he say? Did he say like a fiddle or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
But oh my God, it was great because he said that before they played it for the third time.
Yeah. God, just so good. Dude, honestly, after watching him Monday and watching Kevin Owens Tuesday, it is clear as day how important those two are to be on TV.
Yeah. Even though it was in their hometown, but
still, the past couple weeks, even like last week, they are just fucking-taining.
They are, man. And
they're good at it.
Dude, I think you and I both said this on a wrap-up last year, back in November, October, whenever they both got hurt. Well, Sami Zayn's been hurt before Owens.
Right.
But you and I, when they weren't on Raw, me and you were both like, Raw needs Owens and Zayn back bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bad.
Oh, yeah.
And, dude, I mean, I'm looking forward to Raw next week just, like, for Sami Zayn.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What is he going to do next? Like, what is he going to say next?
Yeah. I love it, man. I love it. So good.
It is good.
So good.
Fucking fantastic. I'm going through, like, Bleacher Reports, like, report card of, like, Raw, just so I know what's next and what to talk about. And that segment, they gave him an A+ on that segment.
I'd give him an A+++.
Yeah. I would too. Next up, we had the Iconics versus Bayley, and coming from SmackDown, Naomi. It is what it is. Whatever. I love the Iconics, though.
Yeah, so do I. I really like it.
Not the
Naomi
best.
coming to Raw will be interesting, I guess.
Yeah, I figured that was happening just because the Usos were on coming to Raw. I was like, there's no way that she's not coming to Raw.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, that match, it was nothing special.
Nah.
Bayley and Naomi beating the Iconics. Moving on. This one I don't understand. This is, I think, the one thing of Raw that I actually, besides the Viking experience that made me mad, is the burial of EC3.
Oh my god, yeah, what the hell?
What did he do backstage? Like, what happened? Something had to happen for him to just be constantly getting buried. Like, he's entertaining. Like, there's no reason for him, like, not to be, like, on the show as, like, a small, like, side character for something, or, like, something.
He
or
probably because
he
be stood up for himself when he got called up, and then we didn't see him at all or anything, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Somebody probably didn't like it.
Probably. Like, fucking make him, like, Alexa Bliss's, like, bodyguard. Like, have him stand behind Alexa, like, during a moment of bliss or something. Start small like that or something.
Yeah, or even, like, make him be, like, her little, like slave or something, you know, the good-looking ripped guy, and he's just kind of her bitch or something. I don't know.
Make him, like, her sidekick on a moment of bliss, like how Conan has Andy Richter, or, like, something like that. Like how all the talk shows have, like, a sidekick on the show. Make him, like, the sidekick that she, like, will talk to, like, during the time. Like, it would be funny. Like, it would legit, like, work. Because he's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think you're 100% right on. Like, even just start him off with something small like that and just give him time. Why are you having Braun beat him up? Oh, Braun beat up another guy. Woohoo. Nobody fucking cares.
Right. Yeah. And he threw him through the table. Braun is, like, fucking cut as fuck, though, right now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if they don't send Samoa Joe over to Raw, what a fucking tease. Like,
yeah.
And that could potentially get, like, Strowman back his popularity. Like, people right now do not care about Braun Strowman at all anymore.
No, not at all. I was going to say I'd almost have Joe turn face somehow.
Would you turn Strowman heel again, though?
It might be easier to, since people don't really care about him too much.
I just feel like it would be too much if he did it, honestly. Just because it would just be... You don't want him to become the new Big Show.
True, and Joe's too good as a heel.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, if you don't bring Joe over and have him feud with Braun, Braun's going to lose. What are you going to do with Braun? Just have him keep doing, like, random no-meaning matches and just beat up people?
Braun is... I think he's fucked, personally. I think I agree with what Toph said. He's the new Ryback, man. Like, the guy that should have won the world title when he was over. Like,
yep.
I'm glad Ryback didn't though when he did, because that was during Punk's like reign. But like at the same time, Ryback was huge during that time.
Yeah, it was.
But I mean, fucking Strowman should have won the championship last year. Like, there's no reason why Lesnar should have had the title again.
Nope. And you know what? You could have ran with Braun with the title
until like the Rumble.
Into the Rumble, or even that one. I mean, obviously, maybe they were going to go with Roman or something, but you still could do Seth versus Braun, and it's still like it's
anything.
You know,
you could have done anybody.
It's the Monster Slayer now. You know, it's fucking, and it would have built up Seth's credibility still. Like, he just took down this fucking giant.
Braun, or you could have done Braun versus Lashley, Braun versus McIntyre, Braun versus Corbin, anything with the Universal title on the line. You just needed that title back on Raw. Like, you needed it back.
And Braun needed it bad.
You had too many people, big key players on Raw, not there. And Roman, Owens, Zayn, and I think there's maybe a couple others. You said too many key players missing, and you needed that world title on the show. I think it's I think it was a dumb move on WWE's part to do that. Yeah,
it was terrible. Yeah, I agree with Toph. I mean, they just keep flipping Braun back and forth, not knowing what he's doing. Like, maybe start a feud, and when you're not in a feud, I'll just kind of beat somebody up randomly. Like, okay. Like, no, I'm just over it, honestly.
I am too. Next up, we had Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott. Becky just made quick work of her. Nothing much there. Becky 2 belts. Yeah, Natalya come out and cut a promo after that. I'm Natalya, and I'm part of the Hart family, and I deserve that chance at the title.
And I'm the best there is, best there was, the best there ever will be. It's like,
and I like cats.
Her kind of persona of like using her family and stuff as like reasons has kind of just grown stale and boring and old to me. Like, it's, and like we've said it before, and people have even said on Twitter, it's like, I respect the hell out of Natalya for what she's done, how much she loves this business and wants to see it do better. But herself, it's
just not believable.
It's not
anymore.
there, man.
Yeah.
It's not. It's really not. It's kind of. It's almost too Cena corny-ish. It's like I just don't. I don't care, and I don't buy it.
And Lacey Evans then coming out. Lacey Evans can cut a promo. I was actually decently surprised by that. I don't remember her being that good of a promo cutter in NXT. And I sure as hell don't remember her being that decent of a wrestler in NXT.
I don't either. Yeah, I
was pleasantly surprised.
Me and you both were very. You tweeted it out and even texted me. You go, I'm about to become a Lacey Evans fan, aren't I? I said, Yep, we are.
Yeah, I go, fuck. I'm gonna like Lacey Evans, aren't I? Yep.
Yeah, I mean her music. Jay tweeted out that music is kind of like.
The music's awful.
But it works for her, and yeah, that promo was like you got to listen to Talia, and then she cut her promo, and it was she didn't miss a beat. She had a couple points to it. She stayed in her character, she sold it with her character, and it was like,
I was gonna say,
I'll take that all day.
What's really good about Lacey Evans is that she actually has a gimmick. Like, she actually has like a gimmick, and she actually does a very good job at playing up that gimmick. Yep. We got annoyed with Lacey Evans coming when she got called up on the main roster because she didn't do anything. She just walked out and didn't say anything. I think she maybe said I think she cut a promo maybe once. Yeah. But other than that, she never did like anything else.
No.
This past week on Raw, there was like you saw that potential of how good she could be. Like,
all the way around, she did really well. I mean, other than that moonsault,
the Christopher Daniels moonsault.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, that's where I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. Bowman was texting me about that. I was like, I don't see that before. Where the fuck have I seen that?
Christopher Daniels has done it. Kevin Owens does it every now and then.
Oh, it's true.
But yeah, that's the Christopher Daniels finishing move. Was it the Fallen Angel, I think is what it's called, maybe?
Somewhat, yeah, I think so.
I don't remember. I see you.
Landed her knees right in Natalia's gut, but...
Yeah, but still. Yeah. It's a shit like that's going to happen on a fucking moonsault, man. How many times have we seen Kurt Angle hit somebody like that?
Oh, yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah, all around, I was like, and it kind of made me think like, I might not hate a Lacey Evans Becky Lynch feud. I think it could work.
Yeah,
Becky's just be the tough badass, whatever. Let Lacey run her mouth about being a lady and yada yada.
And hey,
yeah.
JCD, what's up with this hatred for Becky so much? He has such a hatred for her.
Yeah, I know. Well, he hates like I want to see something different out of her promos. I'm like, honestly,
it's gonna take time.
Charlotte's been cutting the same promo for like 3 years.
Dude, I mean,
people.
We can say that for anybody in WWE. Everybody has that gimmick that they stick to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many times do we have to see Roman? I'm the big dog. Seth, I'm the Kingslayer. Now I'm the Beast Slayer. Okay, you're just changing the first name, Seth. We're not down. Like, Balor's the demon. Like, Balor can't get it done, so he's gonna call out his demon. I mean, like, everybody has their go-to. I don't get why like Becky's like the one that like he's targeting so much.
Yeah, what doesn't help her is when you throw Natalya out there to have a promo with her. It's like, okay, cool.
Not at all. But it's like, obviously this was going to happen afterwards. It's going to take a little time before Becky's going to like get into like that main feud, especially when they're going to drop. Personally, I wouldn't have dropped Charlotte out of the title picture so quickly. I would have had them maybe feud for a couple months still after Mania to keep up Becky's like fire right now, momentum.
Definitely.
As of right now, this like Natalya doesn't help at all. Lacey Evans might help it a little bit.
That's what I was kind of saying. I think so. So I think the people will really like kind of learn to hate Lacey, and that'll help Becky.
Yep.
Come in bigger face.
I like Becky on holding 2 belts, but she's got to drop one. On SmackDown, I was kind of like, all right, one's got to go. Like, if you're not going to unify the titles and she's going to go, like, you're putting her in too much. And that's nothing on Becky. That's just putting her in too much right now. Like,
don't
what's going to overexpose it. Like,
what's going to happen is they'll somehow fuck up booking it and make Becky look bad somehow or some way. That's what I'm worried about. But
that's exactly what I'm worried about too. Yeah. But moving on, last thing on Raw. Oh, real quick before we get out on Raw, this might be a little insensitive of me to say, and we might get a little I might get some backlash on this, but you know what? I don't really care. Karma caught up to Nia Jax. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it did.
Like, it caught up to her big time. Gonna keep flaunting about how you injured people and how like you do all this and how you're the face breaker and all this other shit. Because she didn't do that on the show. She did that on her own on Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's a little, like, disrespectful. And when I say a little, it's fucking disrespectful. And you know what? Karma came back bitter in the ass. She tore both her ACLs. And, we might not see her wrestle again. And I'm not saying, like, that's a good thing. Actually, that sucks. Like, I don't wish anybody to get injured, but it's just like, man, when you keep talking about how you're happy that you injured somebody, karma's going to get you somehow. And it did. Karma's a bitch. Like, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it's very insensitive. It's true.
Yeah. And I was just, when I saw both ACLs were torn, I'm like, man, that is complete 110% karma working its magic. Like,
oh, yeah.
You don't fucking flaunt how many people you've injured, and you don't get to, like, keep getting away with injuring people, too, on top of it. Like, be safe.
Not at all.
Be safe. All right, last thing on Raw. 6-man tag team match. Corbin, McIntyre, Lashley versus Roman, Reigns, Seth Rollins, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. AJ Styles on Raw. I think it's a good thing. He built that house on SmackDown. That was a house that AJ Styles built. Well, now he's going to rebuild Raw. He's going to rebuild Raw. It's going to be the house that AJ Styles rebuilt and flipped. I think he's going to sell it and go back to SmackDown.
Yeah, I loved it, man. I like him coming over a lot. He's just good. He's going to be, like, doesn't matter what show he's on. He's going to draw a crowd.
Yep.
He's going to have an awesome feud. You called it.
Yeah, and we got a tweet that people were like, yeah, I called it. Well, everybody called it. I'm like, not exactly. A lot of people thought it was going to be Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Yeah, so suck it.
Don't come at us with your markiness. But it's nothing too flashy. Styles looks like he gained a little weight. Or maybe it was his new beard that he's rocking right now. I don't know. something about it, I was just like, it looks like he gained just a little bit of weight.
Vince probably told him, like, I need you bigger.
Yeah, I need you bigger.
You're on Raw. If you're going to be a champion, you need to be bigger. Well, that's fine, Vince, but the earth is still flat, Vince. So I'm going to be skinny.
Yeah, no doubt. Maybe, do you think he goes right into a feud with Rollins right away, or do you save that?
I don't know. I really want to see a Seth versus Drew feud.
Yeah.
I really think.
Do you really want to see it again, though? It was like all of summer last year.
Yeah, but for a title, and
True.
I really think Drew's like really found a really good stride the last few months, as being a really good heel. So I think it'd be different with the title.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I wouldn't be mad if it's AJ and Seth right away.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe save it for SummerSlam if you can.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. You are going to disagree with me.
Okay.
I want to see Seth and Lashley for the title.
Does Seth go over?
Yes. Yeah, I think Seth retains it till SummerSlam, and I think maybe you put the title then on Styles.
No, that's fine. I don't know. If Bobby can be in it, as long as he just looks like an idiot the whole time.
Even if, like, maybe you give Bobby, like, the short little, like, 2-3 week title run and then let Seth get it back, I would be okay with that. I think Lashley's kind of earned, like, his one world title win, you know?
I don't like you.
I think he's earned it, man. It's been around forever. But, like, again, it's like what...
You know who else has been around forever, Todd? The St. Louis Blues.
Well,
do they just give him a Stanley Cup?
Dude, Lashley's a good wrestler, though. And what he did in TNA, he was, like, one of the few, like, parts of TNA that was enjoyable to watch. Like, he was entertaining, like, he was a badass. And we just still haven't seen it, like, on WWE yet. Like,
well, maybe he should go back to TNA.
God, you do not like Lashley.
I just don't. I just can't get into it. I think I'm also just being a twat, but I like Leo with him. I mean, I'll be fine with it. But
so give us Rollins versus Leo, or give us Leo versus Styles. Like,
oh, that'd be fun.
It'd be really fun. Be good. But yeah, I mean, nothing else really there on Raw. But this is a solid match. Nothing really to. I mean, I think we all knew that Styles was gonna come out on top. Actually, I can see Styles getting put in a feud with Corbin right away.
Ooh.
Which I'm okay with.
I like that. I like that because AJ's really good at throwing out insults and promos, and he could just rip Corbin apart like in like a humorous way to where the crowd will like laugh and like.
And Styles was
really
friends.
Enjoy it.
Styles was friends with Angle, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah, good thought.
So it makes sense that would be his like first feud. And I don't know if you remember, they've had some matches on SmackDown before, Styles and Corbin. They were good, man. They were really good. There's a triple threat match from like right when the brand split happened, and it was Styles, Corbin, and Ziggler, and that match was fucking awesome.
No, I don't remember it, but I mean,
Corbin hit the end of days on Styles, but as he was doing that, Ziggler hit the zigzag on Corbin at the same time.
Damn.
Yeah, it was cool. I think Ziggler won the match. That's what got Ziggler the number one contenders match against Ambrose at that year's SummerSlam. I think that's what it was. I want to say that's right, because I think the following week then Cena came back and it was Cena and Styles again at SummerSlam.
Yeah, you're right.
I think so, yeah. But man, just drop the fucking soup gimmick with Corbin. I want to like Corbin, especially after watching Up, Down, Down so much. I want to like Corbin now. I'm ready to like Baron Corbin.
So do I. And honestly, like everything about him, like gimmick, promo, and stuff wise, and ring work is really good. It's just that goddamn outfit.
Yep.
Just fucking go buy some clothes.
Go buy some fucking clothes.
Jesus.
All right, let's go to SmackDown Live. SmackDown kicking off with the Kevin Owens show, Montreal crowd again. I'm so happy WWE was just like, we're going to be in Montreal for 2 nights. I'm like, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hot crowd both nights. The crowd stayed hot for all 3 hours of Raw, by the way, too.
Yeah, they did.
So shout out to them. And they didn't lose a beat on SmackDown. Again, staying hot. And fucking the beginning of that show, the Kevin Owens show, Owens like call himself Big K. He goes, wait, no. I want to be called the Big O. It's funnier that way.
Yeah, no, Big O. It's funnier. Okay.
And then he's like, you mean these hip thrusts?
Yeah. It was so good. It was just so it was good entertainment. I was like laughing, watching and stuff. Just like, this is awesome. I love this.
Dude, I like Kofi as champion too. I like him a lot as champion.
Some people are like, we got a champion that's like twerking and blah blah. I'm like, that's awesome.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's like over a guy who's been stuck in the mid card for fucking 11 years finally gets his moment. He's finally a top guy now, like a guy who deserves it too. He puts on great matches. Like,
and why would he change who he is just because he has the belt? Why would he become like more like
right
try to be corporate-ish or something like that? No, everybody loves him. He's a perfect champion. Kids love him, parents love him, grandparents love him, the wrestlers love him. Everybody loves him for what he is.
Yep.
Because it's joyful, it's entertaining, it's fun. He's
fun.
A champion.
You hit the nail on the head. It's just fun. Like, it's legit just fun.
Yeah.
It's fun for the whole family.
It's fun for the whole family. And it's even better because then you got these guys, like these badass like heel guys that are like, fuck this like fun having idiot with our belt. Like, why is he a champ? It's like they're jealous of like, you know, the fun, you know, happy-go-lucky guy that's like, fuck, no, you know, I'm a big tough guy. I'm going to beat the hell out of this nerd. And then Kofi can just get the best of him.
Yep.
Because he's good in the ring. It's fucking perfect.
Yeah, dude. I loved it. I love every minute of it. But what I didn't think about until Xavier's tweets on Raw, he's like, they're taking everybody. They're taking all of my up, down, down people. They're taking them all. He's like, I swear to God. On Twitter, he's like, if I don't see Tyler Breeze tomorrow, I'm going to lose my mind. And then he said it on SmackDown. I'm like, yes. I can't believe he actually said it on SmackDown. If I don't see Tyler Breeze, I'm going to lose my freaking mind.
They're taking all my guys from up, down, down.
Which I'm actually kind of like, why didn't they just move him to SmackDown?
Yeah.
They didn't do it. Like, why? Come on.
Yeah.
Like, Xavier Woods is such a huge platform for WWE right now, too. And they are legit. They have over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Like,
yeah.
Why would you not, like, help him out a little bit?
Right. But, hey, you know, on the plus side, maybe we get some new characters on up, down, down.
Maybe. But, I mean, fuck. They took the Usos, Styles, Breeze, and Corbin's on Raw. Fucking... Who else? Who else went to Raw?
Is the Bar on Raw now?
No, they're not.
Oh.
There was one other person though that like they took away that they always use on up, down, down. I forget who it is. I forget. Seth's one of them. Seth used to always be on it. Like,
yeah. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Miz, maybe?
It was Miz.
Yeah,
that's who it was. Yeah, it was totally Miz because that's who he said. He said he named off all these list of people that were on up, down, down like regularly, and now he's like, now I lost them all. I'm like, I can't believe he even said the Miz.
It's a sad day.
It was. I was sad for him. Fucking give him Tyler Breeze, god damn it.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's not like they're doing anything with him.
Yeah, fucking just put him on SmackDown.
Make Tyler give them like a story of like Tyler Breeze like trying to get a New Day or something. It'd be funny.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
It would be good.
Yeah.
But let's see. Let's move past that. Then we got after that Balor's music getting off. I'm like, yes, finally, Finn Balor is on SmackDown where he should have been a year ago.
Yes.
He's just gonna fit in so much better on SmackDown.
Oh, it is. It's I felt like I felt like a weight off my shoulders when he was like, okay, Finn's on SmackDown. He's going to be okay.
Yeah. God, he just looks like a person who should be on SmackDown. Like, legitimately just looks like,
yeah,
can't wait to see him versus Bryan finally. Him versus fucking Kofi maybe for the title. Like, there's a lot you can do with Balor on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be good.
And then you got that first match against Ali, and just what a match, man. Those two were just fucking going. Like, non-stop, too.
Ali is so good.
He is, man.
He's so good, man.
I wonder, do you think he was going to be the one to wrestle Bryan at Mania?
I don't think so. I really think it was going to be Kevin Owens.
Oh, yeah, duh. Fuck. I'm an idiot. Forgot Owens came back before.
I think
he came back early for Kofi. Forgot.
Yeah. But I think he's going to build it up like that and give him his chance. And
Dude, he's just solid.
Yeah, he's so solid. The only thing I want him to change is his entrance music a little bit. I don't know. It's just a personal opinion. I'm a little, I don't know. It doesn't hit me. But
yeah, there's nothing that's just like, bam, here comes Ali. Like,
yeah. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's still just fucking incredible. So,
I agree. That's a person, I mean, you could see taking the Intercontinental title off of Finn Balor. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
hello.
I know. I was looking. Sorry, I'm trying to find the results for SmackDown, like how I had for Raw. I just found it. They only gave him a B+ on that in Bleacher Report. Fuck you.
That's Bleacher Report. Idiot.
Next up, we had Carmella and Charlotte Flair.
I missed most of that match.
It is what it is. You know, I thought it was good. I liked it. Fucking Charlotte got the win, and then after the match, you got Lars Sullivan coming out, beating the shit out of R-Truth.
Yeah.
And then, but then him looking at Carmella and like creepy fucking smiling at her, and Carmella is just like frozen and just like slowly got out of the ring. I'm like, all right, maybe if you put him in a feud with R-Truth right away, I might be for it a little bit.
Yeah.
And something, I don't know what it is. Something is making me think that Carmella's about to turn on R-Truth.
I could see it happening.
Because I think she's better as a heel.
I think so too.
I do like them together, but I think they've kind of they've done so much. You can only do so much with them.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can only do so many 7-second dance breaks before it's like, okay.
Right. Exactly. Next up, we had Becky Two Belts promo. It was just like, this is where it's like the two belts thing, like where we already kind of hit on it. It's, I don't know, it kind of takes away from the Lacey Evans thing, and you're like, all right, do I pay more attention to the SmackDown side of Becky or the Raw side of Becky?
Honestly, I hated this part of the show.
Yeah, it was weird. It was clumsy.
I'm not a fan of the 6 interruption cutoff introductions, short little and we're here to take the titles. We know why you're fucking there. You don't gotta say it. I don't know. I'm not. It was too much. There's too many. It's like you had people coming in for the women's title and then the tag titles at the same time. I don't know. It was.
Yeah, it was really clumsy.
Yeah, it really was. And dude, I gotta be honest. I love Bayley to death, but her promos need some work, man.
Dude, I legit was sitting there just cringing. I was like, man, I used to you know me, I used to be a huge Bayley mark, and now I'm just kind of I'm kind of annoyed by Bayley now.
She's too quiet. It's too almost scripted-ish, and it's.
She looked nervous.
Yeah, she's looked nervous. When she got the tag titles with Sasha and she was doing a promo, she looked really nervous, and I was like, this is.
She kept kind of fumbling her words a little bit, and I was like, what are you doing? It's not like this is your first promo. What are you doing?
Yeah, honestly, I really think I really think a lot of people were like, when she was in NXT and stuff, were behind the story of like the girl who's worked her whole life and the opportunities kept getting put down, and then she finally got her belt. She got the the Raw Championship and stuff. So she's kind of like overcome that story, and I think they're still trying to push I feel like they're still trying to continue the ending of that story and all of her like feuds and promos of like, I'm gonna get to the top and blah blah blah, and it's like I don't know. She needs something. I don't know if it's a heel turn, which sounds like the easiest thing to say, or
I think she needs something different. The gimmick isn't working anymore, and she was getting booed, like badly getting booed.
Well, I'm thinking maybe she turns because what's her name? I think Becky was like, "Oh, you're here to give me a hug," which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah. Well,
I left all the hugs
to give me a hug.
She goes, "I left all the hugs on Raw," and I was like, "Okay, maybe she's not going to be the hugger anymore. I don't know." But then she get the promo, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I was cringing when she was talking. I was like, "What is this? Like, this isn't Bayley. Like this is like nervous Bayley. Like, this isn't like the Bayley from NXT, the Bayley that just debuted on Raw. Like, what happened?"
I think it's like she almost gets in her own head during the promo, and it's almost like watching somebody give a speech, and then they start sweating and like almost gonna cry, and it's like you start to feel embarrassed for him. Like,
you've seen her cut pretty decent promos before too. That's like the only that's like the thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, what's going on? Like,
yeah, I don't know. She needs something, man. She needs something.
I think you turn her heel and keep the hugging gimmick, though. Keep the hugging gimmick. Turn her heel and just have her just be this annoying person who likes to hug. Like,
the hug pisses you off, yeah.
The hug pisses you off, and like she's like kind of like a snake. Kind of make her like how Mickie James was when like Mickie James first came in, like to like Trish Stratus. Have her be obsessed with Becky or something.
Yeah, gotta do something with her.
Something's got to change. But Paige, by the way, needs to stop wearing so much makeup, number one. Number two, it doesn't make sense to me that Paige was like, I got a team, and it's not Absolution.
Yeah.
Like, why is it Asuka and Kairi Sane? Which, great, I love it. I love that they're putting them a team together, because that means Io Shirai is going to stay down in NXT and possibly win the women's title. But...
yeah, I don't know why
why Paige? I like Paige, but Paige should be managed. Paige should be a heel managing Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
They should have brought them back together.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. Why wouldn't you just bring them back together and have them, especially now since like Mandy Rose has kind of found a little bit of a stride, and even Sonya a bit. I was
going to say they both have found a little bit of a stride.
Yeah, now put them back with Paige, who's even going to help them even more. Like, I don't know. It was weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's I don't know.
The whole segment was weird, man.
Yeah, it was. I was like, this is. Well, then they just had Becky just kind of like, it took all the attention away from Becky, kind of.
It did. I did like how Becky was just standing in the corner when they were all fighting, just like, okay, bye.
With that face, like, okay, you guys are crazy. I'm out of here.
Yeah. And then we left it out. I did like Ember Moon though, coming out.
So, I do like it. And she had a little bit more fire to her promo. Like I said, I just want a little. I've said before, I won't harp on it again too much. I just want to see her bring that character more into the ring with her work and stuff. Be that what does she call herself? The
Shinam.
Shinam, yeah.
But like, she's legit another character that doesn't need to talk. She just use her eyes. Just use her eyes and have her be unique and different.
Yeah, eyes, weird facial expressions and stuff. Just like, just kind of creepy almost. Because she's a badass. I mean, when she came back at Mania and when she hit that first Eclipse off the belt, I was like, oh fuck yeah. That was so. I do like that. I wouldn't mind seeing her maybe get pushed to a title right away in a feud or something. I don't know.
Yep. And Bleacher Report gave this segment an A, by the way.
Oh, okay. Can you email them and just fuck off?
Oh, okay. Tell them to fuck off, please.
Yeah, guys, that was not an A.
No, not at all.
Not an A.
And they were just talking about the promo too. They weren't talking about the match.
Ugh.
Right. Like, dude, it wasn't good at all. Like,
nah, it's cringe. The crowd didn't even like it. They were just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. Next, they showed that promo for Buddy Murphy, and the crowd popped. The crowd popped when he said he's coming to SmackDown Live. I was like, yes.
I popped.
I did too. I was like, yes. When I saw his face, I'm like, finally, fucking finally, he's getting called up.
And
tonight, he's wrestling Velveteen Dream.
Confirms to me that him and Alexa Bliss are no longer together because they're on different brands. So,
Well, I mean, it doesn't say anything. I mean, Charlotte Flair and Andrade are on different brands and they're dating. So,
yeah, but they're fresh and new, so they're
they're fresh. But yeah, when I saw his face, I was like, fucking finally, this is great. And then when he said, I'm coming to the Best Kept Secret's coming to SmackDown Live, and that crowd popped, I was like, yes, he got a reaction. Like, thank God that he got a reaction.
Yeah. Well, what's awesome too is we could see him in like him and Finn or him and
Kofi.
Him and Kofi. Yeah.
Dude,
I mean,
Buddy Murphy is money, man. Like, he's legit fucking money. Like, he could be a major fucking player for WWE. And if WWE was smart, actually, his first feud is with Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Recreate that 205 rivalry and just have him just go after Ali.
I'm with that.
Yeah, because those matches were great.
Good idea. Good
Thanks.
thinking.
Thanks, yeah. I know. I should write for WWE, but, if I write something, Vince would just change it anyways. But, Kevin Owens, the Big O, the final thing on SmackDown, the 6-man tag match, the Big O doing Big E's thing before was hilarious.
So fucking good, man. It was good. Come on, you gotta get it from the plums. I don't have plums.
Yeah, I don't have plums. Kofi's like, what do you mean everybody has plums?
Yeah, man. That's just good stuff. It's like I don't ever want to see Kevin Owens as a heel again. I just want him to be goofy, fun, badass Kevin Owens.
What people don't know, what some people probably don't know about Kevin Owens, I mean, probably the hardcore fans do, is that when Owens was on the indies, when he wasn't in Ring of Honor, like in Ring of Honor, he was a serious heel, and him and Sami Zayn had a huge rivalry in Ring of Honor, and it was really good. But him on PWG, Kevin Owens, this is how Kevin Owens was in PWG. Goofy as fuck, hilarious, and him with the Young Bucks was hilarious. And this reminds me of him with the Young Bucks. Like, he was overly goofy, doing like what the Young Bucks were doing, like trying to be like part of the team, and like I'm like, yes, this is like they're just recreating the Young Bucks story. I love it.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's funny because he's just like he's got no like, oh man, what's the word I'm looking for? He's got no like not style. What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
God damn it. Come on, Jim. Figure it out. Find the word. He's got no like funk groove to him or nothing, like the corny, chubby white guy that like can't dance, can't like, it's all awkward, but it's just but it's perfect for like,
it is.
Because you just got Kofi and Xavier just like trying to make him look like a dum-dum, and he's just like, oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll eat these I don't even like pancakes. I've never eaten a pancake. They're so dry, but he does it anyway. Like,
yeah, he's like, screw it, I'll do it.
Yeah, it's so good, man. I'm all for it.
I'm all for it as well. But it was a solid match, solid main event. I liked it.
Oh, did you see Big E's tweet? It was like after Owens got part of New Day. Big E like tweeted out like a gif of somebody like looking at it like, what the fuck?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, but I'll tag you in it. Yeah, he like sent out a tweet. It's like this gif of this guy just kind of like what the fuck? Like, they're replacing me already?
Sami Zayn just had a tweet an hour ago I think I should read real quick. Sami Zayn said, it would be so easy to publicly rip the idiots that fill my mentions to shreds. I get thousands of likes, retweets, and affirmations like, yes, drag him, king. For it too, because Twitter is mainly scum who live for public degradation of others. I won't sink to your level. XOXO Sami Zayn.
God damn.
Love it.
So good.
Love it. Oh yeah. But the match itself was good, and we had one last thing to end the show, the big accusation. No, whatever. The last shakeup. That's all I'm going to fucking say it. Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
The big acquisition.
Fuck. Accusation, whatever. It's just like I just see that all the time now. It's like, this accusation came out. Allegedly, this happened. It's just part of our vocabulary. Whatever. But anyway, Vince McMahon comes out. Gets booed. Here comes Elias. I'm like, yes. Like, Elias was one. I was like, needed a little change a little bit. And this is like, that's all he needed. Just go to the blue brand. And then the big dog walks out. I kind of popped when I saw Roman was on SmackDown.
I did too a little bit.
The crowd did.
Yeah.
The crowd was like, finally, something different with Roman. Like, that's all we've been asking for. Just something different with Roman. And we're finally getting something different with Roman Reigns.
Yep. That's exactly what he needed.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, Roman's a good wrestler. And I wish, like, if WWE... I still want him heel.
So do I.
And, like, turn him heel against, like, Kofi. Can you imagine that fucking heat that he would get?
Oh, yeah.
Have him beat Kofi and become champion. Like, you know how much heat that would get?
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, have, like, Big E, like, kind of like what JCD said. He thought it was going to be Lesnar, which I didn't think it was going to be Lesnar, because I don't think Lesnar's coming back till after SummerSlam. But, because he has that UFC fight they're targeting for August, I think.
Right.
But, man, if they, like, have Roman beat Kofi and then Big E comes back and beats Roman...
That'd be huge.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
It'd be huge.
Be awesome. But I guess what this basically says to me is that the Shield is legitimately done.
Yeah.
It's weird.
At least for now.
Yeah, for now. I mean, but fuck. I mean, I remember when I was a little kid and, like, when they said Triple H versus Stone Cold one last time, I was like, oh, they'll wrestle each other again sometime down the road. They never did.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me. Like, is this legitimately the end of the Shield? Like, it's just, I think about that, like, a little bit, and it's like, damn, that kind of fucks with my head a little bit. Like,
yeah, well, the end of the Shield, and we got the end of the Wyatts.
Yeah.
So it's...
end of Sanity.
Yeah.
That never really got started, but...
Maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. But Roman coming out, Superman punching Vince, and beating up Elias. I liked it.
So did I. It was well done. It was simple.
And I like what when he said this is my yard now, and after the show was over, when he said that, like, WWE tweeted out, or Roman Reigns tweeted out, this is my yard, the blue brand's my brand now. Kofi retweeted it with a comment that said, are you sure about that?
Oh. I like it.
I like it too.
Get it going. Start it up.
Start it on up. All right. And that basically wraps it up. 205 Live's getting a little, getting going again a little bit, though. Before we get out of here, just want to say Cedric Alexander wrestled his last match on 205 last night, gave his curtain call at the end of the show, bowed to the crowd. He put over Oney Larkin on his way out, which was a solid match. I just hope he has, like, a decent run on Raw. I'm scared for him on Raw. If it was SmackDown, I'd feel different, but...
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for him to find a spot on Raw, but we shall see.
Yes, we shall. Yes, we shall. All right, let's hit him with this. We want to hit him with the 1, 2, 3 and get on out of here. Start Sunday Night Heat before we start recording Offended.
Yeah. My number one. My number one's going to be Finn Balor. SmackDown finally. Incredible. It's going to be fucking huge. A lot of good feuds, hopefully. My number two. Man, I know what my number three is, but I just can't think of a good number two right now. I guess my number two, I'll go with Buddy Murphy getting on the main roster.
Nice.
We've been talking about it for fucking ever that he'd just be perfect on it. So shout out to him. And my number three, my favorite moment of the week, Sami Zayn just fucking having the crowd in the palm of his hand,
Mm-hmm.
Twitter in the palm of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just fucking being a dumb idiot. Ain't thinking he looks dumb, and then he just rips their heart out every time.
I know, I love it.
Just an incredible. That was one of the best like promo segments in full I've seen in a little bit. So
what I really liked about that promo though was the fact of how the crowd wasn't overly marquee and they played along with it.
Right, yeah.
And they booed him when like you're supposed to boo him. I was like, all right, like this is how wrestling crowds should be.
Yeah. Even if you boo him with like a smile on your face and like laughter. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
So that was that's my pinfall right there, Sami Zayn.
Nice. My number one, shout out to my not friend Brett Stockman. He won WWE tickets through one of our radio stations here in St. Louis, and he gave the tickets to me, so shout out to him. I get to go see the Shield one last time on Friday night.
Very cool.
It is cool. I was kind of like sitting there, I'm like, man, like at the game on Sunday, I was like, man, I kind of really want to go just so I can just say I saw the Shield like one more time before like they're done. And I get to go, so that's awesome. My number two, shout out to the Dominic Dijakovic match versus Luke Harper. Match is incredible. Match of the year candidate. Fucking great. Watch that match, man. It's a phenomenal match. I think it's the second match on the show. I think it's only an hour long. Like the show is, but I think it's the second match. Fucking great. They did it at WrestleMania Access, so it's a really small venue. And my number three, shout out to the shakeup. I like this. I like the wrestlers. I like the wrestlers that they switched over. Like I think it's a little bit of a breath, some fresh airs being brought into like both shows. And I think some superstars that needed to actually like switch shows, I think they switched the right people, like for once. Like last year they switched people who didn't need to be switched. Like and I remember like fucking like Jinder Mahal. It's like, come on. Like that was like the big thing. Yeah. And I like the call-ups. I like how they actually waited to use the call-ups for this. They didn't use them at the Raw the Raw after WrestleMania. Which makes me kind of like wish that they would just do the shakeup the night after WrestleMania. Yeah. Like this still feels like we're in like the after effect of like Mania. Like by this week we shouldn't. I feel like it should kind of be over and we're in new stories. Now I feel like that's going to start next week now. Like.
Yeah, so do I. So like this past week was this week was like. There was no like stories or really anything kind of being told. It was just like I don't know. Yeah, it was like a rough draft of like what's to come, kind of. So.
Yep. But yeah, that's my 1, 2, 3. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope at OffendedPod. Make sure to go follow PWP Nation at PWP Nation on all social media platforms as well. Make sure to go listen to our Hockey Talks if you're a hockey fan. We covered the wild first week of the first round of the NHL playoffs. Fucking wild, man.
Yes, sir.
Got those fucking Columbus Blue Jackets and New York Islanders sweeping two teams that we didn't think that was going to get swept. Love it. And also we have a big announcement on Offended this week. Tomorrow, Friday. I don't know. What do you think it is, Jim? What do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to bend the knee and take a loss on this. I don't have an idea.
Yep, and we got KDK Naked Lady coming on the show this week on Offended, filling in for Corey this week. Congratulations to Corey, our third co-host of Offended. Had a baby. Congrats. Yep. We love you.
You know what? If she ends up being built anything like Corey, we might have a future WWE Women's Champion on our hands.
Shit. Oh man. You can follow. You can find those shows where you find this show. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, just by searching Offended. Go to www.prowrestlingtees.com and search Offended. Buy our t-shirt, please. And you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, Trick1042. You can follow Stoutsy at
Jimmy James 9417 on Instagram and Twitter, and 9. What the hell am I saying? James V Stout on Snapchat. I've been on a show before.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next week for another wrap up. Until then, go listen to our Hockey Talks and Offended on Friday, baby. For Stoutsy, I'm Tricky. This has been the weekly wrestling wrap up by Offended, presented by PWP Nation.
Bye, Mark.
Bye.